If you've been following the news, you might have heard about the rising COVID cases in Ontario and Canada. In this video, I will share with you 7 steps of what to do if you have a possible exposure to someone that has been diagnosed with COVID-19 right after this. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Lei here, your real estate go-to resource in the Greater Toronto area. And today we're going to talk about COVID-19 and why is it important that you follow directions. Earlier this week, I got an alert from my COVID app that I was exposed for more than 15 minutes with someone that has been diagnosed with COVID-19 in the last 14 days. As a real estate agent who has been going around and showing houses to so many people in different properties in the last 14 days, it's brain draining to know who the irresponsible culprit is. And I mean irresponsible in capital letters. I have no symptoms, I followed protocols, and I even overfollow them at times. I only go out when it's necessary. I forgo unnecessary shopping, going to my friends or family's gathering because I don't want to catch the virus or I don't want to spread it if I have it. Here is what you do if you have a possible exposure to someone that has been diagnosed with COVID-19. The moment that you were alerted about a possible exposure, whether it's from an app or someone has informed you about it, number 1 is isolate yourself for your family's sake. Number 2 is to tell everyone in your household that there is a possibility that you were exposed to someone that has a diagnosis and that they observe themselves if they develop some symptoms. And don't do this in person. Use your phone or technology, whatever technology that is. And then after you told your family, tell everyone that you think you have been in contact with in the last 14 days. I know that it's not required for you to do this because of privacy laws, but if you know that you have been exposed and you care about the people that are around you that might have been exposed through you, let them know so that they can also observe if they develop some symptoms, because they might be spreading the virus without them knowing it, and that's very dangerous. Once you've done that, we'll go to step number 3, and that is you have to go online to do your assessment. So in this, you have to answer around 50 questions about you, your symptoms, and your possible exposure. Once you complete your test and you're eligible, you wait for number 4, check your email and your phone for any instructions about the time and how you will go to the assessment center. Once it's scheduled, number 5, you go to the assessment center that is assigned for you at the time that you are scheduled for. So once you're there, you line up, you show your OHIP card when asked, and then you replace your gloves and you will be directed to your testing room. So you wait there until the doctor comes. Then they will swab you with this thin, long swab test kit, and it really hurts. And I could still feel it right now. From my lineup to the time that I was tested, it took me probably around 5 minutes tops, and then they direct you to the other door to get out. So at this time, as after your test, what you need to do is continue to isolate yourself from your family that are in your house. Number 6 is you wait for your test result while you are still in isolation. If you didn't have a place to isolate because you live in a 1-bedroom house, it is advisable that you wear masks and the people in your household as well, just to prevent the spread while you're waiting for the result. If you are tested positive, you will receive a call from the Ontario Health, and they will ask you further questions as the number of contacts, the people that you've been in contact with. According to the test guidelines, it can be up to 5 days. And if you don't receive it within 5 days, to contact the number that they provided or your health professional. In my case, we keep on checking it online every 2 hours because of the people around me that needs to go back to work because their employers are calling them, checking on them, and at the same time, other people that were with me within the last 14 days just to check if I get the result, and that so they know what to do in case I tested positive. The waiting period is the most stressful time because in your mind you keep on associating things that you are doing, and it seems like you've been getting so many symptoms right away. Like, say, if you sneeze, if you have a headache, if you got itches, if you have like itchy eyes, you're coughing, something that is kind of like sometimes normal for you at this time of the year, but because you have been exposed, when you sneeze you feel like, oh, is this a symptom or is it not? Now also, when you have a headache, I always get headaches during this time because of the change of weather, but now I kind of doubt myself, is this a symptoms or not? And then at the end of the day, when I'm tired and sleepy, I'm asking myself, is this a sign of a COVID symptoms? It's crazy. The psychological, physical, social, emotional toll that the exposure will do to you before you receive your result is daunting. Fortunately, I have almost everything that I need in my room. I have my washroom, my TV, my office, my laptop, my printers. My studio is also in my bedroom because of this COVID-19. So somehow I did not get any disruption from my work, except that I cannot physically show homes to my clients because I don't want them to get exposed, just in case that I get positive. So in my case, I got my result 2 days after, and it was actually my husband who told me, oh, congratulations, you're negative, and then they all rushed to go to work. It is very important that you follow procedures from day one, and when you get tested, you get this paper instructions on the test, what to do while you're waiting, and if your test result is negative or if your test result is positive, so what you can do and how to get the test result, and if your symptoms get worse, things like that. According to the guidelines, I can resume my work and just observe. So I will never know who that person is that I got in contact with. It may be from the grocery store or another place that I went to within the last 14 days. I would never know. But if you are exposed or if you were diagnosed with COVID-19, please do not go out and just wear a mask. It is very irresponsible. If you were exposed, you have to isolate, because the people that get affected when you infect somebody or you expose somebody is too much. Too many people have to stop their work, have to isolate, and even if you don't feel anything, don't be selfish. If you have the virus, putting a mask and going outside is not the most responsible thing to do. You have to isolate. You have to quarantine yourself. Do things responsibly. Now that you know everything you need to know, if you were exposed to someone that has been diagnosed with COVID-19, even if you don't have the symptoms, you should do everything you can do to try to be safe and be safe for somebody else. My name is Lei Villar-Cisneros, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.